Welcome back to BVarsity Live. Set number 2 coming at you. Stockdale beats Frontier 25-16 in the first set tonight. A battle of SWIL 2-0 teams. Still plenty of time for drama in the league chase here in the SWIL, but the winner here will have the advantage early. Just finishing up some first set statistics, which I'll share with you when I have a chance. For Stockdale, 6 kills for Sophie Ralphs, or excuse me, 6 kills for Lauren Klein, 5 plus a block for Sophie Ralphs. And on the Frontier side, 3 kills for Paige Getman plus a block, 2 kills and 3 blocks for Carly Cornford, and 2 kills and 2 blocks for Morgan Sharp. Here is Shelby Frank, who had just 1 kill in that first set, below her average. Had the attack, but Stockdale gets it, and that dig is going to land out of bounds. It's a point for Stockdale to get us started here in the second set.
Shelby Frank electing to go with the tip. I thought she had possibly had an angle to go ahead and get a good swing off. Not able to do so, and Stockdale takes advantage and wins what I like to call an ugly point.
And there is the solo block for Lauren Klein, taking advantage of an errant set that Frank had to adjust to.
Yeah, that time you'd have to say she had only one option to do, go for some sort of a tip.
And when Lauren Klein is standing there waiting for it, that's not going to end well for you most of the time. Davis has been giving the Frontier serve-receive problems all night as well, and they get the side out from Morgan Sharp. Makes it 2-1.
Well-placed back set. Morgan Sharp able to go up against no block. Both defenders just a touch late, and Morgan Sharp put it away.
But now Sharp rotates out. Frontier struggled with her out in that first set, and there is the big hit from Klein.
Frontier's having a tough time rotating in time on defense. On the slide play to Klein, look for Stockdale to continue to use that when Klein's in the front row.
Well, if it weren't for a pretty good player named Destiny July up on the mountain, Klein would be your front runner for BVarsity Player of the Year, I would think. Brianna Runnels certainly would get some votes as well at Independence. Maddie Davis bumps into the net. It'll be a point for Frontier.
Some 2 passing errors by Stockdale in this second set, something we didn't see a lot of in the first set. Stockdale played a very clean game, winning it pretty handily.
25-16, and it probably wasn't even that close. It was out of hand, 20-9 early on. And there is a mishit from Haddad, and it is 3-3. So already some more errors here for Stockdale in the second set than we saw maybe in the entire first set. On the outside, that's set for Rowell. Frontier scrambling a bit, but they do get it back. Now a long set again for Rowell on the outside. Blocked back. Free ball for Frontier. Here's Frank. Too long.
Even with the mishit, I like to see Frank stay aggressive. When I see her tipping too much, I feel as though she is not at her best. I like when outside hitters just keep swinging, even if things are going a little wrong.
Kind of like a home run hitter, right?
Absolutely. Never find it again if you don't swing.
Getman, a big hit. Nice dig by Davis. And she'll attack from the back row. Camarillo sends it over. A free ball for Stockdale. And it is going to be 4 hits. That ball apparently never got over the net. Stockdale doesn't like the call, but it is a point for Frontier.
I'm not sure Stockdale was going to bring that ball back over the net by the way that bounced, but that absolutely hit the block.
It goes in the books as a Frontier point, and Frank will serve. 4-4 in the second set. Frank's serve giving Stockdale a bunch of trouble, and it's going to be an ace. Frontier did have an early lead in the first game, but the last time they led was at 4-3. We're already deeper into this second set now. And the Frontier student section already saying scoreboard. Happy to point that out.
They took the lead for the first time tonight.
First time in a long time, but it didn't last long. Sophie Ralphs ties us back up with a laser shot down the line. Vieira will serve now for the Mustangs, 5-5. Set 2, Stockdale won the first, 25-16. Nice dig by Sorrell. And the hit and the kill for Chase Rogers off the block.
Nice job by Chase Rogers, getting the tool off the block. Frontier continues to show their diversity on offense. I think they just, if they can get a little bit more consistent in the passing game, it'll just add to their offense.
Getman a tough serve. Leads to a free ball. Camarillo.
Like the back set.
You could tell Stockdale was not prepared for the hit from that angle.
No,
a crisp point from the Titans.
Only one blocker got a hand up, and it was late. Very nice back set. Staying with the diverse offense. Nice little run Frontier's putting together.
7-5, the Titan advantage. And it's 8-5 on the Getman ace. First time Frontiers had a 3-point lead tonight since it was 3-0 in the first set.
We'll see if Stockdale can put a halt to this run or if Frontier can keep this momentum.
Doing what Stockdale did to them in the first set. Davis will set to Ralphs. Ralphs tries the tip. Awkward set leads to a free ball. And here's Ralphs. No Klein in there for Stockdale right now. They're struggling a little bit. Macy Haddad had a nice block. But then she was in the net. And it is a 4-point advantage for Frontier. And they have won 8 of the past 10 points. And because of that, Maria Kolatz would like a timeout. Got to get out of this rotation without Lauren Klein. That was really the difference in game one.
Just got to limit the offense while Lauren Klein is off the court. You give Lauren Klein too many chances, she's going to find the floor. And right now, Frontier really spreading the ball out well, playing at a much faster pace than they did in the first set, which now got them a 4-point lead, 9-5.
Tehachapi leads Golden Valley 2-0, 25-10 and 25-18 for the in the SYL. The Warriors lost their first SYL match to Independence. And that was in from Hannah Smale. Seemed to me, even from here, that ball looked outside the line, and Maria Kolatz giving it a long look, but of course there's nothing she can do.
Nothing you can do. I thought it was long too, Zach.
10-5 Frontier. Again, the Titans will gladly take it, and they're on a nice run here. 9 of the last 11 points to Frontier. They lead 10-5 in the second set. Make it 11-5. Again, Smale with the kill.
Just two completely different sets. The first set, everything went Stockdale's way. You could argue even every call, every non-call. The ball's bouncing every way, and now it's completely switched. And you can feel the momentum in the room change.
Ralphs tries to change it. She finds the corner. And remember, on Thursday, Frontier lost that first set and didn't look all that good doing it. And quickly turned that around at BHS to win 3-1. So there is a precedent for this. And I believe that they lost their first set against Liberty as well in league play. I'm not sure about that. They had to come back to win in 5.
Well, an important swing by Sophie Rouse last play brings Lauren Klein in, and there she is.
And there is Klein, although the ball hit the ground. It did bounce back over, but was out of bounds. So you get that presence of Lauren Klein back in the match, and all of a sudden, what once was a 6-point lead is quickly down to 4. Sharp was blocked by Ralph, but Frontier keeps it alive. Again, Klein getting involved. And she eventually is going to win that point.
What an impact she makes when she comes in to play on this front row.
Kolat serving for Stockdale. It is 11-8. Klein nearly roofed that one, and now she'll get a chance to hit Ralph from the sideline. It is out of bounds. Kolat's
asking for a back row attack.
And again, she's not going to get it at this point. The assistant referee will come over, and he's going to agree. A back row attack called against Frontier. That's a big call. Makes it a 2-point game instead of 4. They get that one right, Justin?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Zach, I missed it. And
Steve Bentley's not happy, but
no, he's not.
Understand that.
They couldn't have called it on Kuntz because Kuntz was on the bench, and that's who he pointed to at first. I don't know who it was called on, Zach, and well, you're only going to make one coach happy, I guess.
Yep, that's true. Anyway, Camarillo will get the kill there and get Frontier going again, 12-9. Titans trail it 1-0 here. BVarsity's live coverage of high school volleyball.
Nice kill from the right side of the net by Camarillo again.
And here comes Allison Kuntz to serve. Davis sets long to Klein. Had to adjust a bit to it. She's ready for the back set now. Went outside the antenna.
That one they got right.
And a point to Frontier, back to a 4-point lead. Davis, another back set, this time for Ralphs, and right into the net.
I like the attempt on the back set. Try to spread the ball out just a touch. Got to get a little height in it to allow Sophie Rouse to get her vertical leap and swing in.
Serve from Kuntz sails long. Good decision by the back row there for Stockdale. Well, Frontiers had the better part of the early action in game 2, but unlike Stockdale in game 1, they have not quite put this thing away yet.
Oh, absolutely not.
10 serving 14 is Sophie Ralphs as Stockdale looks to go on a little run. To get back even off the line, Morgan Sharp. Kolats didn't like that line call.
Nice swing by Sharp. Good top spin. I think it hit the line.
It was very close either way. 15-10 Frontier. Davis for Klein. Frontier is wise to it. Here comes Franks. And Frank picked out a spot and nailed it.
Well, Frank's very fortunate. She backed off the net as Stockdale ran their slide toward her. She was not expecting it. Didn't go up for a block, but man, she was in great position for an approach to come up and get the kill.
All's well that ends well.
Yep.
Klein off the block, and that will be a kill. Lauren Klein hasn't had a lot. That's her third one in this set. Hasn't been as much of a presence as she was in the first. But still time. 11 serving 16. Davis back to serve. Wide set to Frank. Off Kolats, and she will score.
And that's how you draw it up. Frank has such an aggressive approach to the ball, gets everything moving. Very nice set and a great swing.
Savannah Sorrell will serve now, the libero for the Titans. Right on the sideline she goes. And just having to punch that over was Rowell. Getman has to adjust midair. Free ball for Stockdale. Ralphs tries to slingshot it over, and it ends up in a lift called against the Mustangs.
It's always an interesting call that's made, that lift. Here in Kern County, that is often called as a lift, and if we go up to Fresno County, that is usually let go. I don't know why, though.
Yeah, got to makes for a difference in play a little bit, though. Coons clearly against the net there as she tried to retrieve that errant pass. A point to Stockdale. 18-12 now, Frontier, trying to even this match at a set apiece. Ralphs with a lot of topspin on the serve. Excuse me, Klein was serving. And it is out. Cornford wanted the tip, didn't get it.
I thought I saw a tip. One of the hardest calls to make when you're that close.
Well, she was either convinced there was a tip or she was trying to sell it.
Absolutely.
She turned around and celebrated. Yeah. 5-point deficit now for Stockdale. Getman off the block, and nobody to cover for Stockdale. So now Klein will sub out, and a real opportunity for Frontier to put this second set away, leading 19-13. Nice dig in the back by Delaney Sorrell.
Great play by Getman.
Now Frank off the block, through the block. And the Titans taking control of set number 2. It's 20-13.
Really good play by Getman to get the ball back in more on the side of Frontier. Nothing to do as a middle blocker except elevate. One of the pet peeves for coaches is watching your middle blocker stand and watch instead of elevating when they can.
Nice looking set there, and Macy Haddad takes advantage. 20-14. Vieira serving for Stockdale. Mustangs need a run.
It looks like Sydney Lemon back there.
Oh, you're right. That is Lemon, and she serves the ace. 5-9, what's the difference? So back within 5, and Lemon looking for some more. Camarillo gets the swing, dug by Kolatz. Ralphs, and it's in. Inside the line, Chase Rogers let it go, thinking it was wide. And Frontier wants a timeout before this lead gets away anymore. It's a 4-point lead, 20-16. 3 in a row for Stockdale here.
Well, you got to like the way that Frontiers came out in this second set, playing at a much quicker pace. They look clean, but Stockdale is not going to go away quietly.
Tatchby finishes off Golden Valley 25-14 in the third, so a sweep there for the Warriors. Liberty leading Garces 2-1. That's the other SWIL match we mentioned. Centennial taking game 1 off of, or excuse me, Bakersfield taking game 1 off of Centennial. Camarillo off the block. Big nice point here. And Ralphs with a little bit of a changeup gets the kill, and it's a 3-point lead.
Great read in the back row by Colatz on Camarillo's attempt for a swing. Ball didn't come off Camarillo's hands well. Colatz does what she does so well. Gets her feet under the ball and gets a nice pass, allows her team an offensive possession.
And that is going to be an ace for Lemon. 4 points in a row, 5 points in a row for Stockdale, and it is a 2-point game. You get the feeling if Frontier wants to win this match, they have to finish off game 2 here. You don't want to, I mean, never say never, but you don't want to blow that game 2 lead after losing game 1. So that's a big kill from Paige Getman.
Getman takes the angle. Nice swing against a single blocker. She does what she's supposed to do. Gets her team the side out.
21-18 now, and Frank will serve. Down the line. Dug by Lemon, a chance for Ralphs. Back set now for Rowell, and she finds open floor.
Maddie Davis finding another hitter out there. Sometimes tough to do for Stockdale, and Frontier not ready for it.
Now Crystal Vieira will serve. Her team down by 2 late in game 2. Off the net, a costly service error. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, when you are behind, those service errors seem especially costly.
You can see every coach on the bench just drop their head.
But they get it right back from Getman. Of course, Frontier will take that exchange all the way to the end of this game if they have to. Tatum Colatz will serve. 20 serving 22. Sharp was blocked solo by Klein, who's back in the game. Can Klein bring the Mustangs back? A nice defensive move there by Frank. Klein again with the swing.
Oh,
and
great
kill.
adjustment by Klein. And I think we've got to see a timeout here soon by Frontier.
Perhaps if Stockdale pulls even each team with just one. Each team with just one timeout left here in the second game. 22-21 Frontier. Colatz serving again. Crucial point coming up. Camarillo sends it over. A chance. Ralphs. We are tied. That's off the line.
Well,
and
as everything was going Frontier's way earlier with the calls, I think Stockdale just got one.
Cougs are wild. 22-22 in game 2. No timeout from Steve Bentley.
I think that would have been another good time for a timeout, but they get away with it.
They get the service error. So Frontier peeks back ahead, 23-22. Allison Kuntz will serve for Frontier. 2 points away from evening this match, and Stockdale wants the timeout. So Maria Colatz very proactive about using that timeout here. Well, what is being said in the respective huddles, Justin, as we come down to the crucial points of game 2?
Well, I would guess Maria Colatz is setting up a play that she wants out of serve receive on a decent pass, which is, I'm sure is going to get Lauren Klein involved, possibly the slider, maybe a quick set. Then again, if you don't have a good pass, that all goes out the window and you got to push the ball to any available hitter that can get a swing off. And right now, I think Steve Billings is going to say, hey, keep doing what we're doing. We've just got to clean up the game, and the defensive game, and make sure we're in our positions, and we're going to be just fine.
Frontier 23, Stockdale 22. Mustangs won game 1, so Frontier would very much like to close this out. They need 2. Kuntz to serve.
We're going with the slide play.
And here is Miss Klein Frontier defends though, and Morgan Sharp to the floor.
Well, Stockdale did exactly what they wanted to do. They got their hitter the ball. Frontier gets a nice dig in, nice set, and Sharp does what she has done in the last few games, get the clutch point.
So now it is game point for Frontier. Klein trying to keep it alive. Now a chance to end it. Kolatz receives. Klein again tips. For the win, Sharp. But Stockdale survives again. Lemon from the back row, tapped over by Sharp.
Nice job by Sharp to elevate there.
Stockdale scrambling, they've got to send a free one. Here's a chance for the Titans. Cornford hits it deep. Kolatz had to go for it. A long rally on game point for Frontier. Frank sends it over. It gave Stockdale trouble, but Rouse is there. Stockdale stays alive there within a point.
What a momentum point. You give credit to Kolatz, playing such solid defense, coming up, having to leave her feet twice during that rally, keep the ball alive, and her team scores a very important point.
Now one more game point for Frontier on Ralph's serve. A side out will even this match.
Oh.
And they get it on the service area. Well, you take it any way you can get it, and Frontier will certainly take that. At one point, they led game 2 20-13, and they hang on for a 25-23 victory to even this match, Justin.
Yeah, they started off playing at much higher level. I like the way they played. They got all their offensive weapons involved. Made a few mistakes down the road of that one set. Stockdale went on a nice little run, but able to hold on and even up this match one apiece.
We will take a quick break here on BVarsity Live. Be back with game 3 after this.